They're so fun when they're out. They're like a little bit of felt. They're really sweet and happy, and I think of them like a little Muppet that's actually alive. Hi, I'm Melinda Messervy, owner of Time and Place, a botanical boutique that connects people with plants and each other. We're going to start by talking about basic houseplant 101, and I'll start with watering. The goal really is to hydrate the soil. When the soil is extremely dry, it's almost like a bunch of loose rocks and the water just goes right through it. So if you were to put your plant on a saucer and pour the water in, let it go through, you can take that water and pour it in again, let it go through a few times, and that will give you the opportunity to fully hydrate the soil. So another thing to keep in mind is sun exposure. The only plants that really like that hot, direct sun are some succulents, but even some succulents will kind of scorch, and cactuses. There are all kinds of plants that are happy in low light. With regard to bug control, there are a couple of basic organic things that you can do that are really effective. First is just keep a close eye on the plants and feel free to prune them as necessary. So removing any leaves with signs of infection or damage does two things. It allows you, one, to just remove that infection potentially altogether, or the bugs altogether, and two, the plant looks better and it's healthier and it forces the nutrients and energy to the healthy tissue. The other thing that I would suggest is keeping the leaves clean. Just using a solution of mostly water with a couple of drops of organic dishwashing liquid. Spray that onto the leaves, take a soft cloth and wipe the leaves clean on the top and the bottom. One of my favorite plants that we have right now is the Dracaena Janet Craig compacta, and it's also one of the best plants for cleaning the air. It never gets too big, but you get to see the shape of the canes and the shape of these almost florets at the top. And they don't need a lot of light. They prefer to be dry over soggy, so they don't really need a lot of water. This is the Pilea peperomioid. They tend to grow pretty easily, like a windowsill plant. They like bright indirect light. One of the funnest things about it is that they put off offshoots like little babies, which makes for a good cutting, and then they can get passed along. It's a big thing in Norway and Scandinavia right now. They're very hard to find in the United States, so we're really lucky that we have some in stock. So this is a ZZ plant. It's a really unique plant in many ways. They've got this wonderful sheen to them that's completely natural. It doesn't require much water at all. These can live for up to 6 months without water. If you're in a building with low light, this is a great option. One of my favorite plants is the Marimo mossball. Technically it's an algae. They're found on the bottom of shallow lakes in the northern hemisphere, typically in Japan. They grow about 5 centimeters a year, and because of that they can live for over 100 years. Give it indirect light, no direct light, and then change the water once a week. You just pull the little guy out, squeeze out some of the water. Children will sometimes have them as sort of a first pet. People have a hard time holding one without smiling. Thank you for coming to visit Time and Place. It's been a pleasure to walk through some of my favorite plants and to share some of the things that I've learned. I hope this inspires you to get your hands dirty inside a little bit.